Hi, welcome back. This is Chandrasekharan. I'm going to talk to you about the sales pitch number two. In this, what we are going to do is we will see how we can do the sales during this pandemic. Most of the sales now taking place online. So I would suggest that you use the multimedia, especially Facebook or Instagram. Just upload your stories and put your products and then tell them to send enquiries to you. Another way of doing things is to create a web page. So when you create a web page, make with your catalogs, with the price tag in it, and then talk to your IT guys who can make it SEO, that is search engine optimization. So what will happen is that is supposing somebody wants to type, for example, t-shirt. So your company comes on the first on the Google search. So this you can do it to increase the sales through online. Then another thing that I would like to tell you on this multimedia is there are certain occasions that you may have to speak to the guys on the telephone. And when you're on the telephone, I would suggest that you take care of your body language to some extent because they cannot see anything over the telephone unless it's on a video call. So if you're not on a video call, still I would suggest that you have a smiling face so that when you talk, your conversation gives a sweetness to the receiving guy. And the another fact that on the telephone when you talk, please start with the greetings and end the conversation with the greetings. So whichever the way you do it in your place. That's on the telephone. Listen to them very carefully on the telephone as to what the other people are talking about. If the lines are not clear, you can ask them to repeat it, or you can tell them that you will call back again when the lines are clear. Why? Because in this way, you are not irritating the customer. So make sure of small tips that which I'm giving you. Take care of that one and talk to them politely and very clearly. That's very important. And start scribbling when you're talking on the telephone. When they say something about it, you keep on scribbling it on a pad so that whatever you talk, you after the talk is over, you will remember as to what are the points that you have discussed. Accordingly, you can make a reply to them. And when it comes to the another way of communication is email, salespeople email. Email is again a very important aspect of communication. In the email, it should be short. It should have a subject, of course. It should be short, and it should be very clearly mentioned as to what exactly that you are offering to them, and make sure that you don't repeat the sentences, and make sure that you don't make any grammatical mistakes, and make sure that whatever the client is expecting you to give them those details. And at the end, you can always mention that in case they want more information, they can always get back to you. Tell them to get back to you for any clarification. And that's email's part of it. And on the at the end of the email, make sure that you give your name very clearly and your what type of position you're holding in the company, on your mobile contact numbers, uh, including mobile numbers, whatever you have it, please give it to them. And in case you do not want the people to call you at odd hours, you can specify the calling time for you. So you can say that please you can call us anytime from morning 8 to evening 5, for example, or whatever you want to mention it. Otherwise, leave it free. Let the people call you anytime. So, as I said, the sales pitch too in this is I'm not talking too much about all those things because you may be already aware of it. So use the multimedia, create a web page, and once you create a web page, make sure that SEO is done, and make sure that your telephone conversation and the email messages are very clear. And when everything goes well after the pandemic, in case you are visiting the customer, or in case customers come to you, make sure that you keep a fellow from the other departments. Say, for example, keep a fellow from the production department, keep a fellow from the accounts department. So, what will happen is that when they discuss certain aspects of that, this will help the production department or the accounts department or both, or any other department which you think that it may require for your sales to to go up. So this will give the customer a comfort feeling. One is that all their queries are properly answered to them according to the profession these big guys are having in the accounts or in the production or in the marketing or in the packaging or whatever. So they will give the correct information which the customer wants it. Plus, you also be aware of what exactly has transpired. So you understand. So I wish you good luck on that. I hope this is very small information I'm giving anyway. So I hope this is of interest to you, and take care. Thank you very much for listening. Take care. And sales pitch, the original sales pitch, the first video, I will put it in this video itself on the last. Um, Another fact that I would like to tell you is that I want you to stay safe. Make sure that you keep a good health. Yeah. Thank you very much. Cheers. Bye bye.